we're basically the best.
We saw good.
We're basically the best. All right. You know, I just want you all to know we're the best. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Oh man. That was leave party, not close. Stupid. What's going on, guys? We are here, episode 31, coming off of a victory royale with the gamers. Let's go.
We fucking did it.
Done.
We the goat.
fucking CJ semi-carrying with 11 fucking kills that game. Holy shit.
No,
Like crazy,
because
bro.
The entire first half of that game, I was shutting up about it because the team had 11 kills. I had 3. I'm like, I need to pick this shit up right now.
Hey, I had 3 kills at the beginning, and do you know how many kills I had at the end? 3.
I was wondering why CJ was being so fucking uber aggressive. Like when we were fighting at the gas station, he's just like, I got it.
Y'all are calling out people. Oh, one in house dead. 1 hit dead. I got dead.
You just see that fucking shield flying left or right. Like
I definitely just saw. I was like, if I can't see the person, I just watch the shield head towards a certain direction. I was like, I see. I know exactly where everyone is.
I don't need to ping, bro. My shield is my ping. What do you mean? But that's what I'm saying. But like what I've gotten from the season overall, the season's a lot of fun. That shield can go fuck itself. Unironically, that is wild.
Yeah, let's not again bring up the parallel between Apex Legend going akimbo and Fortnite going akimbo. Next, you're gonna see Apex Legend with a fucking riot shield.
Yep, Captain America just comes in. What's up?
God.
What would you rather? What would you rather play? Regular Apex Legend or Fortnite?
Fucking huge.
Apex Legends.
I think here's the thing for me. I love Apex.
Anyway,
I love the sort of Titanfall
headphones.
style movement. It's real nice. It's real clean. It flows really well. But if I had to pick a first-person shooter or a third-person shooter, I'm gonna pick third-person. Honestly,
bro, have you?
I feel you on that. I do
just
prefer
the
third-person
overall
shooters as
rating.
well.
Really?
Yeah.
I really love playing with third-person shooters.
Yeah.
I feel you on that. It's the building in Fortnite that I'm just like I don't have time for it. But like games like Rogue Company, I fucking loved it. Marvel Rivals, hell yeah, I love the fact that is actually third person. I really enjoy third person shooters.
I think the other thing as well is Fortnite, not currently, but like where I've loved playing the game, and Cat will like back me up here. If there is a good melee weapon, like the fucking grapple blade that was in at the beginning of this year.
Oh god,
I remember the grapple blade. I remember that.
Oh, dude, I swept.
That was fun to use.
That thing. That's the one time where I felt I'm good at a video game.
The new Call of Duty is supposed to come out with a third person mode, I think.
Yes, those are the current rumors. I mean, there's
Gears.
Gameplay
fucking Gears, dude.
Am I actually gonna play a Call of Duty because I had third person? Is that the world we're living in right now?
I would like.
It was the OG MW2 that had third person.
Like, I'm the melee whore. That's me.
Do I have to turn down this auto mod? Is the auto mod just like? Is it being a little too aggressive? What's going on here?
No, Cat was just being misogynistic towards me. It's okay.
Oh my god. God. Well, perfect. Kind of like we were talking about it in the beginning. Perfect transition about how games are being possibly over criticized nowadays. But actually, before we go into that, I almost forgot. Multiverse tournaments, last 2. Let's see. We had
a lot to talk about here.
We had Anthos with the win on number 5, and then Former actually came through with a win on number 6, our most recent one. That was huge. A Steven Universe player for all those.
Multiversus player in Mexico, probably.
Can we shout out the people who earned the bounty?
It
Oh,
was,
yeah.
yeah.
That
Former
was
and
Fat Pack,
Fat
Pack,
Pack,
yeah.
I believe. Yeah.
who is, I
yeah.
believe, the number one Shaggy on the ranked leaderboard right now, if I'm not mistaken.
I
Yeah.
believe that is correct. Shaggy's pretty freaking strong.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Fatback played against Anthos yesterday in the midnight tournament, but he didn't win, unfortunately. Anthos had to get his payback.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got his payback.
I know there's
It was the grand finals too.
I think there's something that Anthos does in some tournaments where if he is destroying the competition, he holds back on his like loops, on his just like the raw kill potential that Superman has. But
Feel that.
also I've noticed that he actually holds back a lot on that towards the end of the night if he's played more than like 6 sets. Like if he's running it through losers. I think he just like mentally something, because Anthos plays a lot of tournaments. I don't know if you've looked through his like Twitter.
Dude.
It's nuts.
Or like other, it's not even his Twitter.
Insane.
I saw this through Motz's Twitter where he like posts what is it, a like winners like a top 8 board for tournaments, and I think they post like 3 to 5 a week, and Anthos is on every single one of them. I mean, dude's grinding.
Yeah, seriously. I kind of wish I was a part of an org so I could just start kind of man, because PAX, East and Evo, Genesis, all these tournaments coming up, man. Well, Evo's already passed, but
Yeah,
oof,
imagine not being a part of an org.
I
Couldn't be
can't.
me.
I can't wait.
Imagine.
Couldn't be me,
Yeah, I
dude.
know, right?
Imagine, bro.
We're just here to run tournaments. It's fine. It's cool.
Oh, come on. Come on.
Come on.
You know what I mean.
No, I don't. I really don't know what you mean. I was like,
I believe
Gosh,
in
alright.
Anthos.
as we've already gotten a request to sponsor somebody in a Halo tournament, which I
What the-
haven't received anything on, by the way. So I don't know how that's gonna go.
Mhm.
How's everyone been? I don't know how much we've all just like sat down and hung out for like the last couple of weeks. I don't know. I've
Man,
seen
honestly
Mikey in
been-
passing as I made.
You mean
my,
besides raging in side quests?
Yeah.
Honestly, it's been a real slow week for me. I don't know what it is, but I don't think my mental's been in it this week. So
Yeah, I feel that.
I've been just super busy with work stuff, but
Dude, this whole work week is what felt like a goddamn Monday every single day. I swear to God.
For sure.
I feel like the end of the summer is typically when the whole world is like, okay, right, let's just break everything for a bit, and then when the kids go to school, we'll try and fix it, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I had a coworker tell me that I should start taking days off of work to work from home because the office is next to a school, and we all come into the office like at that school time.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
So like when everyone's dropping off. So it is. So we'll see. But yeah, work has been rough. I've been so busy out of work too. Like every day has been just something. Reminder, like during the tournament, I was in the middle of baking a cake.
Yeah. Which I can't wait to taste, by the way. I'm gonna taste it today.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, we have leftovers from the party yesterday, but also I baked a whole separate one for the roommates.
Speaking of, if you guys
Only good.
want to watch any of those videos or our past Golf with Friends side quest episode, it's all up on YouTube finally. Yeah, it's
I had fun playing that.
we got a lot on YouTube right now.
That lost
I mean,
course
I
for
had a
you, dude.
lot of fun winning.
That lost
Oh
course
my God.
actually fucking shattered me. I hate the underwater one.
Jesus.
I enjoyed that. That was fun, man.
Yeah,
We-
like I
we-
said, I can probably get 2 videos out of that. And looking at it as well, I might actually be able to get 2 videos out of Overcooked. We're gonna see where that leads us. But I mean, I'm still going through the cutting period because
How bad are you making me look? I guess is the
currently I'm just cutting out the fat. Because even when Justin gives me timestamps, it is still it is still 3.5 hours of footage. Like I need to do a
Yeah.
lot of chopping.
Yeah, that's fair. No,
Honestly, probably most of that doesn't help because it's like, oh, it's a timestamp. It's important. Oh wait, no, it's not.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm trying to keep on top of it, but hopefully I'll be able to compensate by like having a couple of videos in. So then we've got a bit of a backlog.
Hey.
We'll see.
That.
That'll probably be able to take a couple of things off of your plate too.
No,
That you don't have to
100%.
stress out about it. I think your mental health
Figuring
is
it
important
out.
to everybody.
I think that's the thing is like I know I want to do it and I know that I love it, but it's like the second half of it when you're editing and like you get to go in and you make it your own and stylize it and sort of kind of do what I do. I love. It's just that first half of cutting the fat is so long because you basically have to watch the video twice over, which is a lot. It's like I basically have to be right. My 7-hour day is just gonna be watching the same footage over and over again.
Yeah,
Do
don't
we
do
want-
that.
Do we want to address the pre-show debacle that's going to happen for
Probably
the
should.
next few weeks, or a few
Yeah.
ones at the very least?
It's interesting, but like I told Mike at the end of the day, it's something people wanted, but of course they're gonna complain about how it's implemented because business. Sorry guys, like
Yeah.
that's how the world works. Like
It's
Uh,
it's one of those things
Can we
where
just wait? We should get some background though, because I'm not sure everyone watching this is going to be aware of what's happening.
So to bring everybody up to speed, Twitch has finally implemented a DJ program or category, so to speak. And what that is going to do is basically protect live streaming DJs from copyright strikes for anything basically that's not like pre-released, unreleased, like actual released music. It will be protecting them from getting DMCA'd for their live broadcast. But putting that out there, live broadcast, because within this program, I'm not sure how much of a revenue they plan to take, but it's gonna be they're apparently going to take a lot more from subs, to of course pay for the music rights. I don't know if they're going to take any bits, but within this program, you're also not going to be allowed to record any VODs. So this is specifically just to protect live DJs for music rights, but Twitch is going to be taking a little bit more revenue to basically compensate for that, which they said within the next year period could be reduced. But again, it's a new program. People are going to complain, whatever. But again, it's business at the end of the day.
I
So
think that's the biggest thing is like as people on this platform we kind of get how the system works, and whilst it's not ideal, and I'm not saying that I fully advocate and support everything that Twitch does, but there does come a point where we need to sort of step back and realize it's a very early stage where we need to see where it goes and then make a judgment call. Like we can't just say, "Oh, Twitch bad." I will call Twitch out for a lot
Twitch
of shit
bad.
they do. Like I have called Twitch out many times. I'm surprised I still have a platform on this website. But you know, it is one of those things where yes, the revenue cuts are gonna suck, but how else are we gonna be able to make sure that we can protect the producers on this site? And I
So
believe tips aren't gonna be affected either because you
okay.
can't fuck with that.
Yeah, like
Obviously, that's
outside like donations through like Streamlabs and PayPal and all that, they won't they literally can't touch any of that.
yeah.
So basically, how it affects us is if you're going to be streaming DJS content and music for long periods of time, and they actually put a clause in be a performer slash DJ, don't be a jukebox. So you can't just sit there. So this isn't for like like the Monster Cat channel or any other channel that just plays like lo-fi music for 24/7. It doesn't apply to them. Basically, so what's going on is you have to be in this DJ program, or you cannot essentially DJ on your podcast. Otherwise, you're going to get not a copyright strike, but it's more of a music kind of right strike directly from Twitch, which I think is a 3-4 strike system until they possibly ban your account, depending on the severity. So, if anything, we're going to have um, Juice apply for it on his channel. And if we do keep going on with it, it'd be like kind of like a rating system where he just throws the rate over on podcast time from his channel. But unfortunately, we are going to have to make that separate. So that's kind of where the whole Fortnite pre-show came through. Victory royale, let's go.
On the fly. Got a dub though.
We did it. We didn't end on a loss. That's the rule.
Thanks for the carry, guys.
We did it, Reddit.
Oh,
But yeah, anyways, going into today's topic, something I'm going to die on this fucking hill because I've been saying this for years, and I'm gonna continue saying that I've been saying this for years. Mike, if you want to give a little background kind of to where we are coming in perspective of this.
Yeah, so for those who do know Nadeshot, he is the owner of 100 Thieves, former Call of Duty professional, basically like the person who pushed Call of Duty in the online community from a content creation standpoint. He went on Twitter and he didn't go on Twitter. He was streaming and basically went on a rant about content creators and gamers and how them, constantly shitting on the games that they play is basically just creating this really negative stigma for the community. And it's I want one of the points he brings up in that video, and maybe if you can, maybe we just play the video or at least play the audio for those who listen online, is that the same gamers who trash games, the same content creators who are trashing games are the same ones who are putting 8 hours a day into the game in the first place. So it makes no sense that you get online, you quote unquote don't have fun, you go on a rant, you shit on the game, but then you just keep on playing it. It's like, if you really hate the game, then stop fucking playing it, essentially. And also, let's not just assume or just jump to conclusions. If you're having a bad time, that it's just, oh, fuck the developers. Yeah, this game's dead. It's washed. It doesn't always have to come to that so quickly, right? He also goes on to talk about like the good old days and how people used to really have a lot of anticipation for game releases, and it's a good rant. It's a good take, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. Do we have the ability to play that video?
The first 30 seconds ish.
Yeah, I could play a little clip of it.
there's something weird that has happened in the gaming community. I'm serious too when I say this. For some reason, everybody in the gaming community they want games to fail. It's very bizarre. Like the whole thing with XDefiant is still like stumps me to this day. People complain about not having enough games to play, but when new games come out, even before they have played it, they're like, that game sucks. I'm not going to play it. Listen, man, if we keep tearing down these studios trying to make good games, like, yeah, not every single one is going to be fun and not every single one is going to be a hit. But if we're sitting here like preying on its downfall before the game even comes out, what do you think's going to happen? Nobody's going to be investing in gaming and making new games.
I mean, it's pretty spot on. Like it's there's literally no other way to say what's going on. It does. I think there's a lot of factors that go into like from a social aspect of why people are doing this kind of shit. Why they're shitting on games, one, before they even come out, or two, when they do come out and it's so
I personally have thought about this a lot, and I think I have a diagnosis of one aspect of the current gaming sphere that if we remove, I think would help this entire problem.
let's
Right?
hear it.
It's fucking early access bullshit.
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say
It's
that.
all fucking early access bullshit. Okay.
But
access,
that's only a
because-
small part of it, though.
No, it's a huge part of it.
I
Because
do agree with Quay on this one. Yeah,
it's a huge part of it. Because you, me, Mikey, grew up in the gaming age where beta meant beta. That meant we're walking into what we know is going to be horseshit, and we're just hunting for the things to praise about this game. The things that we know we're going to be excited about on release. We know that this is some unpolished turd, but we're going to go digging around in it, just to find a gem. Like we're going to find it. And if we don't find it, we'll be like, well, let's see what happens on release. And that was kind of beta culture back in the day. I'm sorry for excluding you, CJ. I just know that.
No, I get it. I know, I get it. No, it's all
I'm
good.
sorry.
That's why I didn't comment on it, because I know like that actually does factor into maybe like a lot of this from my end.
But like early access now, like betas, early access stuff are no longer looked at as betas, right?
Yeah.
They want a game. People want a game when they pay for early access. And
Exactly.
I think when you pay for something, I think you should get a game. That's not what I'm saying. But the problem is that you're paying into an early experience. And most people, because money has already been involved in it, this isn't like a pre-order. It's not like, oh, I was really excited about this game, so I'm going to put money in it and I get access to a closed beta. That's not what's happening. People are putting in money to access an early access version of the game, and they're wanting a full game. So now developers, especially indie developers, are heavily incentivized to release something that feels polished. Which does two things. One, you're just gonna have a worse game 9 times out of 10 because core mechanics aren't getting as much time put into them as you would want at those stages usually of game development, because you're putting a lot of money into like the aesthetics of the game. While a lot of the times it is important, it's just like not the most important thing. But two, it means that if there is any flaw, the expectation in people's brains is different. Like I said, when I go into a closed beta or a closed alpha, I'm like, man, this game's, I know it's going to suck. I don't expect it to be good because it's an unfinished product. And we're going into it as with that understanding that's an unfinished product. Now, I also think so. I think that's like the main problem. I also think that people
Part of it.
talk a lot about games that they're never going to play anyways because it's like outside of their like games that they want to play.
And just want to be fucking haters and shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I think
Like
at that
we
point-
get it, bro. You don't like Call of Duty. Shut up about it. Like go
No, I
play
won't
whatever it is
no,
that
I
you're
won't shut up
playing.
about it.
Go
I
play
won't shut up
Mario-
about
Mario
it.
Wonder.
Get it.
Go play Mario Wonder. Stop talking about
Like, we understand,
Well,
bro.
I think this is a much bigger issue in it because I'm kind of on the fence about this topic, and I realize that I'm the kind of person that wants to see the best in a lot of things. I acknowledge that. I realize that. I know that can skew my perspective. But I think the biggest issue when it comes to this and the gaming sphere is, and I mentioned this on a couple episodes of the podcast. I realized, but this is like my biggest fucking thing, is we are so tribalistic as people. And I think that let's use X Defiant because that's what Nade, that's the example that he brought up. I think it's a really good one. Is if you are a Halo person or a Call of Duty person or one of these first-person shooter types, you have your game. You have your game. You've invested the last 20 years into your game. A new game comes out, you play it or you don't play it, but this isn't what I'm used to. This isn't my game, therefore I hate it. It's a very tribal, it's a very primal point of view. I do think there is some merit, and I want to give some credit as to I don't think everyone that's necessarily hating on these types of games want these games to fail. From my point of view of it is, and again I'll use X Defiant because I'm not a big fan of X Defiant personally, because I'm coming from it from the point of view, what is X Defiant doing differently that makes it stand out? And for me, it's one of those things where X Defiant just doesn't stand out in the crowd. Whereas, yeah, it's bringing in all these different IPs from Ubisoft, and it's effectively their Smash Bros. It's their Multiversus. It's the Ubisoft thing of bringing in different factions from all the games they've made, putting them all in one game. That's cool, but mechanically, it's another first-person arena shooter in the sense, call it objectives and whatever. For me, it doesn't do anything differently than any other game would. So I'm wondering what proportion of people that are showing negativity have that mindset of I want something different and new, but they're making it more negative because we know that's what's standing out, that's what's getting heard, that's what's getting clicks.
Minority.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, my big problem is that it's not the people who play the people who are complaining the most aren't the people who are going to play X Defiant, right? Like people will see trailers or see gameplay and be like, "Oh, I really hated that." Back when that mechanic was introduced in Modern Warfare 3 or something like that. Or they'll be like, "Oh, I can't believe my favorite version of this character got put in to this game." Et cetera, et cetera. The problem for me is it's a lot of people who just won't play the game. People will ask me, right? If someone asks me, especially IRL, if I'm going to play X Defiant, I'm going to say no. It's not my type of game. So I probably won't play it until I get ganged up on in a voice call and download Epic. Play a couple rounds of cartoony shooter until we win and start a podcast. I just
Not projecting.
no.
I want to know. You didn't exactly struggle here, dude. Like, you didn't exactly fight for it. Like,
We could have played Overcooked again. I mean,
we could have literally done. There's
No, I
so many
wanted to
games
have
we
the
could have
podcast.
downloaded.
But no, it's just like the people who aren't going to play it and are complaining because basically to complain about something that really their opinion there's nothing that Defiant could release or do to make them want to play.
Nothing.
There's nothing. So their opinion literally doesn't matter. In the same way, on the other side of the same coin, really the people who are going to enjoy it no matter what, because it's a game, but like, you know, those people who are just like, oh, it's another game by Ubisoft.
It's a new game, bro. Let's get it.
Yeah. Their opinions also really don't matter ultimately because they're so biased. The problem is that the former is so much louder. And for CJ's point, I don't know why they talk. Like that's really why, like I don't know. I don't know why you care so much.
Yeah.
All right.
It does seem like people. I mean, there are a group of people who just want to. They just want a soapbox, and it doesn't make any sense to me. I as to why. I mean, I think both of you guys make valid points. There are people on multiple sides who kind of contribute to that. In fact, there was a video I saw on the tubes last night where 4 Multiversus players, I guess soon to be pro players in the future, hopped in the same lobby, and they literally just spent time talking about the things that they hate about Multiversus. That's all they did. They played 2v2 and fighting each other, and in the midst of them fighting each other, just literally soapbox about the shit that they hate about Multiversus. What did you accomplish? That's what I want to know right now. What did you accomplish by doing this? Absolutely nothing. Except, to Nadeshot's point, over exaggerating about things that in truth really aren't that negative, and now just giving yourself more reasons to complain and act like you hate the game, which again, those 4 players, soon to be pro players, spend tons of hours playing the game. They're all on like the top 100 leaderboard. So what are you accomplishing?
Well,
Nothing.
it's just because of how social media is these days. That's what it comes down to. Is a lot of these people probably don't have a strong opinion on the game. They genuinely don't care. But Nadeshot's clip that got thousands and thousands of views that got spread everywhere, that could have been you, that could have been me, that could have been anyone. Because let's be real, a lot of the shit we do is luck. So if you've got an opinion on a lot of things, normally you wouldn't really say it, or you might find it buried somewhere in a YouTube comment section and leave it at that. But it's so easy now and so accessible to build a platform that, yeah, I'm going to soapbox, because if that means I get traction, that means I get clicks. I can then use that momentum to build something positive, negative, whatever. Ultimately, it's all just part of the competition. Like, I mean, that's what we're sort of doing all the time, right?
Well,
It's
let-
just being
to their defense,
clickbaity.
their channels weren't built on that premise. Like they're legitimate players and they're really fucking good at the game. Like that's why that's why they have their channels, is because they want to, I'm sure that they want to see good done, to the game of Multiverses. And in a sense, when you think about this, a lot of people who do soapbox say, well, the reason why I'm doing this is because I want to see the game improve. I want to see the game change. And yeah, it's that like, if the customer screams loud enough, maybe the manager will come out from the back and try to figure out what the hell's going on. That's what this is. And the problem is, when everyone's doing it, now you have people joining in the argument who don't actually have a valid opinion. You're just like, all right, well, I mean, they're doing it, so I'm gonna do it to see what happens here as well. No, bro, no, you're not. It's not valid. I don't want to hear anyone give any sort of criticism about a game if they're not willing to talk about the things that they love about that game. Period. If you're not willing to say, yo, this is my all-time favorite game, I love it, I just want to see a few things change and a few tweaks here and there, some quality of life things, bro. Oh man, as opposed to, yeah, I love this game, but it's fucking shit. Like, dude, what? Come on. Yeah, sorry. So, go ahead, J-Dog.
No, I'm just waiting to hear everything from you guys because, again, go through the VODs. We've all said this multiple times. I've been saying this for the entire podcast, fucking yearly. Go through them. Guarantee you. We've talked about it.
Literally me hunting through my Steam library of every canceled early access game because they're just people stopped wanting to play it.
Well, yeah. So that's the thing. It's like bringing in literally everything you all said. Again, it's been said before. We've known it. We've had conversations about it, whether it was on the podcast or not. Early access is definitely a detriment, and that stems from, again, the pre-order era and how that kind of transition. Pre-order era, of course, not judging that. Pre-order era was great. I mean, it was good. People had rewards. You got access to a beta. You didn't have to pay for a game that was unfinished. That's where it started being good. The way things transitioned out of that phase, the way society transitioned, content creators, players in general, people growing up, that's what's creating the animosity of, hey, I'm really old and I'm getting up there and I've been playing video games for years and these new video games don't satisfy me the way that the old ones used to, so I'm going to complain about it. Or early access, I'm going to put money into this game and for some reason expect a full-fledged, fleshed out title because it says early access instead of beta. I'm going to expect it to be done and I'm going to complain to the world because it's not. And it's just between that and, again, content creators creating all this stipulation, everybody wants to hear an opinion. Everybody wants to hear a fucking negative opinion over a positive opinion. That snowballs into its own effect society-wise. And now, again, we're at this point where Nadeshot's getting 4.3 million views for saying something that
many views
has been said for 3-4 years. Yeah.
Well,
That Twitter
part of it.
That's just the Twitter clip. That's not including the people on his stream.
The actual stream,
Like on YouTube Short, I can tell you right now on YouTube Shorts, on TikTok, and that it's in the tens of millions.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, genuinely. But I think I think part of it may come down to, because I feel like the debate at this point, if we're going to debate early access versus alpha beta, part of that is Steam's fault because it's called the early access program, not the alpha program or the beta program, whatever.
No, I don't.
So where that comes from actually is so there was a law passed, I don't know how long ago, but there is a law for video games stating that if you tag your game or whatever release part of your game as a beta, you cannot put a price tag on it. That's I think where most of this whole early access stigma comes from, is because we can't put the word beta on it, so we're just going to change the name and we're still going to charge people whether they like it or not, even though it's still a beta product. So
it can't be you can't charge for a trial on those on electronic goods is the big thing. So I mean it's from the you can get all these extra CD-ROMs that are beta builds of different programs, and some people tried to pawn them off for I mean it was not a lot of money, but money nevertheless. And,
that's the other thing too, is it's not just it's not exactly just a game industry thing. If you really think about it, the whole beta QA test kind of aspect just trickles down into the whole tech industry, honestly. But I mean, that's a whole nother topic in itself. But yeah, when it, I mean,
Yeah,
it,
I mean that's the kind of thing where like R&D really just it's really expensive, and especially smaller game
well,
studios.
that's the thing. It's not really that expensive. Like R&D maybe, but QA, it's really not that expensive. What's happened is this transition to where gaming wise, of course, because we're on that topic,
Yeah.
we don't have to reach out and pay beta testers to test our game when we can just throw an early access tag on it, charge people for it, and then get the feedback from them. It's like why would you, business wise, why would you not go with a more profitable route?
Yeah.
No,
And then
yeah.
again, to the complaining
Well,
aspect is of early access games. Again, people are buying these early access games, expecting them to be done, expecting them to be whatever fucking mental image the player has created in their head. And when it doesn't fit that image, or it's not a complete fucking finished title, they're going to go on social media and fucking complain about it to the millions of people who eat up fucking negative opinions like breakfast.
Oh, eat them up.
I was gonna say a lot
Oh,
of
eat them
it
up.
also does have to do with the fact that negative opinions are so much louder nowadays, right?
Well,
If I if my
that's the
friend,
other thing
yeah,
too, is
just
like all these negative opinions are so much louder, and people, you know, again, content creators are complaining about this shit, but one, they can direct that energy towards the developer themselves and say, turn it into constructive feedback, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Or on the other hand, the developers can take their time to go find that negative feedback and then figure it out on their end. But again, money.
yeah, I do think so. It is, once again, I think part it's not even like really a problem, I guess. I think collectively, as a me actively looking for another word to use, as a society, uh I think we're contented out.
Oh, absolutely.
I think there are too many games that everybody has access to, so that when even when you're in this early access period,
Well, that's it. That's the other thing is like,
you have to compete with all these hundreds of thousands of games.
well,
Unless you're
that's
the
the other thing too is like there's so many games to where in one aspect it's just completely fucking saturated. It depends on who you're talking to, right? In one aspect, it's completely fucking saturated and there's so many fucking games to choose from, but you're still complaining about these one certain games. So then, because you're comparing them to all this saturated big fucking bubble of other games, and then there are those other players who only play Apex or only play COD or only play, like 3, 4 certain fucking games who are in this small bubble, and when these new games do come out, they're comparing them to that small bubble of games to where, hey, it's not like that game, so this new game fucking sucks. I don't know what to tell you.
Well, let's play a game. Let's play a very quick game. Each of you, because I know this number off by heart. On your average weekday, how many games are released on Steam per day?
Shit.
per day. Are we
Don't
talking
Google it.
It's
No,
gotta.
Are we talking about
It's
global?
like
how many new games are put onto the Steam marketplace
in a week.
every day?
Oh, every
Every
day.
day. Every
It's
Has to
day.
be in the
Gotta
10s.
be. I want to say it's like in the 30s or 40s.
30s or 40s? Juice, what you saying?
25.
Are we considering this as like hard releases, like, or just new listings?
Just game releases.
Okay.
I think the only thing not included in this metric is free to play games, like because then you'd have things like wallpaper engines and
Sure. No,
stuff.
I was
So
wondering if it includes
games that are, I believe, games that
Waitlisting.
are at least 50 cents or higher.
Okay. Probably somewhere in like I would say at least 1600, 1700 a day.
A day,
Yeah, 100%.
52 games a day.
Is it 50? Only 52?
52 paid games are released every day on Steam. So the thing you've got, the other thing we've got to think about is, you know, if we're talking about the saturated market, which is the fucking hill that I die on, is that a lot of these games now have to compete before they're even out. I've been anti-pre-order ever since I started watching the Game Awards a few years ago, because I'm not a fan of paying for a game that I don't know what it looks like yet. Because I get the cinematic trailers and stuff, I completely understand it. I'm not gonna buy shit from you until I actually see what the game looks like. So
mean, yeah,
I
that's fair.
think, like, personally, that's just me. Like, until I see gameplay, I'm not giving you a cent. The one exception I had from that was the WWE game that came out this year, and the reason I did that was I wanted access to certain things that you could only get in a certain bundle. And the other thing is, it's a 2K WWE game, so the same fucking game every year, just a bit more shit. So,
No, I mean, that's like the reason why you do it, right? Is that you either have like a deep franchise and you want to reward loyalty by for those that want it, right? By giving them like a cosmetic. Like Tekken 7, you could get, there was early release like founders bundles or whatever that you can get like figurines of the characters and
Well,
stuff like that.
that's actually another thing I really want to see is like no more fucking graphics overview trailers. Like, give me a fucking little piece of gameplay, like just a little bit, just one little fucking like. You spend a whole 30-second video on this graphical landscape. This is what the game looks like, whatever, and then people make their own fucking interpretations from that. I think
see,
it'd be so much better if we get the fucking gameplay right off the
See,
rip.
I'm okay with the cinematic trailers because, and to its credit, I think Overwatch did this really fucking well. Right, you know, having a bit more of like an actual narrative to the cinematic trailer. Because to an extent I get it. People, you want to show off kind of what to expect. Where I draw the line is, if you want to have the cinematic trailer teasing that this is going to be out in 2025 or 2026 or Q3 of 2155, because that's when Elder Scrolls 6 is probably going to come out at this point, whatever. But don't open up the pre-orders with that cinematic trailer, because even if it's a long-standing game like Call of Duty or whatever, 2K games I hold differently because they're effectively just simulation based games, right?
Yeah, it's
These
like the
sports
betting.
games, you know what they're gonna look like. I know how, unless there's a major fucking difference, I know how the WWE game they release next year is gonna play. I know that because I played this one, I played the one from last year. I think the difference is when you have these games that sort of come out, and First Descendant I think is actually a pretty good example. They've had these cinematic trailers that show off a couple of abilities that the heroes have, and then that's it, right? Obviously that's a free to play game, but that didn't it's not really shown any gameplay until like a month before release, and people are already looking at investing in games that aren't coming out for a year. They've already spent the $120. Look at Star Wars Outlaw or whatever the fuck that is. That is the perfect example of this pre-order bullshit.
Yeah,
I'm pro pre-order. I don't
that's
know.
I mean
I think-
that. So I think there's also a line on the pre-order thing too. It's like I feel like when it started getting out of hand is when pre-orders became not only just the game, but everything that you can throw into the pre-order. What you can get from the pre-order, and besides just the game, and of course like a beta or something. So
Yeah.
it's like you're basically trying to tack onto your pre-order all these rewards, all these incentives to get somebody to pre-order your game. And I think I don't it didn't necessarily hurt things, but it didn't exactly make the whole circle of life better.
That just brought up
Yeah.
a really good point. Pre-order exclusive cosmetics.
Exactly.
Here's the thing: if I like a really good pre-order example for me was Dishonored, because if you pre-ordered Dishonored, you got the game, you got the soundtrack, you got a really nice art book, you got some like signed stuff, and you got the Corvo mask, which is a little which is a figure like thing that they made. I'm pretty sure you could wear it as well. Wouldn't recommend it. Probably gonna cut your lip. It's Dishonored. But you get a physical thing to say, here, thank you. This is what you did. Sea of
Yeah.
Thieves did a similar thing. Like if you pre-ordered Sea of Thieves, you know what you got? You got a fucking board game. You got a full ass fucking board game. I think they released it a few years later as an anniversary special for like a month. But you got a full ass fucking thing. You got books and everything. You get physical stuff to show, hey, I got this. Don't give me a fucking skin that is already baked in the game and you've just locked it behind a fucking paywall, especially when it's a single player game, because then you don't even get the excuse of, oh, you pre-ordered so you get to show off your new gun skin to all your friends. Fuck off. I get to show this off to Jabba the Hutt. Oh wait, I don't, because his missions are also locked behind the pre-order. So at that point, you're locking off gameplay and actual content to people who aren't willing to spend more money than you. Which I think is the most heinous thing you could do as a developer.
That's where I kind of like feel the same way. Where like, or I feel pretty strongly in the same camp where I'm pro pre-order, because I think you should be able to offer things up to fans of your franchise, of your game series, of whatever, of your studio. And pre-orders are a good way to do that, especially for those who do have who have extra cash that they want to throw at you. Having out of game exclusive stuff, I'm trying to remember what game it was, but you could get like a cape from it came with the release box. But if you're willing to like throw some extra cash, but you get collectible items outside of the game, I think
I
that's cool.
think
I think that's cool. I think that's cool to throw a little bit extra, because they're throwing a little bit extra at you. You're throwing a little bit extra at them, right? I think where I don't like pre-order stuff is when you don't get anything tangible, like anything real, anything that
Yeah.
like actually, if you're paying like extra for something that you can't use or show off or like actually affects anything, like in-game cosmetics cost them maybe a couple cents to develop. It's really not that complicated. It's already in the game. Coding is very cheap.
Well, I want to touch on two separate things before we end here. Whenever, I'm not gonna tell you what the second one is, but we're gonna go one by one. Kat brought up a good point too, which again I've been saying for years. There's so many games that are basically copies of each other too. It's getting so exhausting and boring, which 100% is true. Well, we have not. Okay, if you think about it, let's just go around. What is the last quote unquote in your mind genre defining game that came out recently? Recently, 15 years, 20 years, whatever. What is the last genre defining, mind blowing game that has come out?
Ooh, are we talking about existing genres or
Existing, new,
Yeah.
anything that stands out to you?
I know the most recent one for sure. Like, easy answer.
I've got three games of different genres that like change the fucking mold.
Yeah, I have two games definitively.
Can you guys answer the question?
I
we're like holding our cards up.
Well, I don't know. Who
I have
knows.
7
thought Ja-
answers.
I thought
I want to
J-Dog
wait until
was
next
gonna-
week to answer the question, though. But I got
thought
7
J-Dog-
answers.
I thought J-Dog was gonna like go like, oh, Craig, what's your?
He said, let's go around.
Well, all right, but you're.
All right, let's start with CJ. Let's start with CJ. CJ, go ahead.
Okay. First one's very easy. It's like a very common answer, but Baldur's Gate 3. I
Okay.
think completely redefines what an RPG is when the developers, who are still updating the game, by the way, have literally, and I've not even finished my first playthrough properly, but from what I know and what I've been told, every possible decision, every branch has been accounted for and has some uniqueness to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then in terms of action adventure, Shadow of War, Middle-earth Shadow of War, the Nemesis system, there is nothing else like it. It does get a little bit predictable for me now. Like I can cheese it, but that's because I've played the game 50 fucking times. But, you know, when I've put hundreds of hours in, I know the system off by heart, sure. And the last game I'm gonna say is Outer Wilds, but I'm biased because that game literally changed my perspective on life. So I could do a whole podcast just on that game alone, but I'm not going to because that ruins the game. But I think those 3 games stand out to me as like they redefined what a video game can do in their genre or just in the space.
All right, Quang?
Right. So the 2 genre-defining games, and only because they quite literally created new genre of games: Vampire Survivors, Slay the Spire. Both are games that everyone in here are looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck is a Vampire Survivor?
Was Vampire Survivors the first one though?
Yeah. Of like what is it, Hunt.io or whatever, that mobile app that came out immediately after Vampire Survivor full released. Yeah, Vampire Survivor's been around since 2022, and the whole walk around, collect items, it kind of looks like Castlevania. And you collect, it's a roguelike, so you get random power-ups, but you need power-up with item synergy to unlock their like super form. That is 100% a Vampire Survivor original. And then the deck builder roguelike that Slay the Spire had introduced into the
That was really good.
Those are hardcore. I think Vampire Survivor is the one that I would say most recently had like redefined a genre of like the greater roguelike genre.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with like Baldur's Gate 3 and Shadow of the Colossus, but Baldur's Gate 3 I don't think is like that different from Baldur's Gate 2.
Shadows of Colossus or Mordor?
Shadows of the Cloud. I mean that.
Oh,
Shadow of War. Both of you got it wrong.
All 3 great games.
Yeah.
To be very clear, all 3 great games.
But
I was thinking of Shadow of the Colossus, but it's not the most recent version of that.
I was gonna say, if we're talking like, if we're talking more recent, I mean that came out in what, 2007?
Yeah.
Comparatively, Baldur's Gate 2 was a lot different than 3.
Yeah,
Sure,
I'd say
but, I mean,
they are.
That was like system limitations, right? That's what
No,
they
but
said, and that's why
in a way, yeah.
The intentions of the game can be the same, but in terms of how they play,
sure,
like, because I'd
different.
say the experience, like, I think this is what it mainly comes down to. The experience of Baldur's Gate 2 versus Baldur's Gate 3 is like saying the experience of The Witcher 2 is like The Witcher 3, when The Witcher 2 and Witcher 3 are very, very different games, as are the Baldur's Gates, I'd say.
I mean, no, I don't disagree.
Like
completely.
You said the last 15 years?
15, 20. However far back you want to go. You go back to N64.
No. Well, the thing is that there are definitely more genre-defining games back then because, you know, gaming was still like figuring out, you know, how to walk.
Yeah.
I recently I'd have to say Fortnite. Like, as from the battle royale perspective, like Fortnite introduced a lot of things into the game that you'd never seen before in a battle royale. I mean, not just from the esports side of things, because dumped tons of cash into esports, but there's also like the live service updates. Whenever there was like a new season, you had like the Travis Scott concert, the Marshmello concert happening, and you could join a lobby with your friends and experience it live in the fucking game. Who's doing that? You're like, no one was doing that. Like it was insane. That was the first game that came to mind. I mean, all the other games I thought of were much older. You know, I'm thinking like GTA 3, you know, shit like that, right?
I was thinking with the last 4 years. So I was if we're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah. I was trying to think
literally
recent too. That's
If
tough.
we're leaning far back, I mean Overwatch and League of Legends, hard.
Fair enough.
Overwatch redefining
Fair enough. Yeah.
shooters, like
I mean, Overwatch is fairly recent, right? It's the last 10 years.
2016, yeah.
yeah. I was trying to think of a little bit more recent. I think Overwatch is like a huge redefining of the team shooter genre, right? I mean, that's like the whole like the hero shooter, like introducing
Yeah.
abilities into the game, making it a little bit more cartoony, a little bit more freeform. Did they stumble on a lot of the things that would have transitioned that into an esport like the Blizzard wanted? Yes, but I mean, you live and you learn.
I mean, if we're going
League of
that far,
Legends-
if we're going that far back, I'd say Black is one of the greatest first-person shooters of all time.
Oh,
Genre defining?
Black, absolutely. But that's just for me.
I unfortunately didn't.
Genre defining?
Yeah. Guns that sounded like actual guns, people that actually reacted when they got shot. Yeah, it's a small game, but you know, the dust that got kicked
I
up when
think
you
in
let off a
order-
shotgun that sounded like a fucking train. That is why shoot. But for me, first person.
A well-polished game isn't genre defining.
No, it is for me because I compare every other first person shooter I've ever played to Black. So if I'm basing your first person shooter off a game from over a decade ago, for me I think that's genre defining. Because genre defining is incredibly subjective anyway. There'll be people that have never played some games that we think are genre defining.
All right. Historically, what do you think the most, if you had to like pick one single title, most important game title?
Define important.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's a fucking wide
Important,
scope.
basically propelling the game, or like to like
I
change
mean,
the game industry, the way that people thought about things.
Well, GTA 5.
However you want to define that, yeah. You don't have
GTA, like if we're talking the entire industry and not just
However you
their
wanna
own
define it.
genre,
Yeah,
like
we're talking about gaming as a whole.
GTA 5.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I think
GTA
there's a lot of decent answers.
Like GTA 5 redefined how to tell a story in a video game. For me.
I'm not mad at that answer.
No, I think
I'm
you're
not mad at that.
And to be fair, I'm only talking about single player because I think online when can be said like that for a different reason. But yeah.
I feel like online was really the community too, more than the game itself. I feel like the people who decided to play.
But I mean, I feel like just Rockstar as a company, a little bit less so now. But there was I remember reading articles like when I was growing up, being like Rockstar, the new generation of like when we have like generations of console whatever, the generation does not start until Rockstar says so. And I think to an extent that is still true to this day. Rockstar define and redefine what a generation in gaming can do. They did it with GTA 5. To an extent they did it with Red Dead Redemption 2. I think a bit less so for me, but that's
you can go back further than that.
Well, no, but as like the recent ones,
yeah,
like GTA 5 came out as the Xbox One and PS4 were just coming out, and I think it redefined what you can do, like with PC modding and shit. Obviously, Take-Two had that a little bit of a fucking shake with that, but I think they ended up being all right. Again, sort of Red Dead Redemption 2 were like, right, now we can build a next gen game on next gen like material on next gen machinery. I think less so than a game, but I think Rockstar define the gaming industry for better or worse.
Justin, do you have a game in mind?
I'd have to agree single player wise for GTA 5. Like it was a huge impact when that came out.
Sure.
Multiplayer wise, the one that's actually really been on my mind right now is League of Legends.
Fair.
In terms of not in terms directly into gameplay, but more of being an anchor for more game genres to be branched out upon, if that
Yeah.
makes sense.
They have a great IP. That's fair. Like I think also just I know this is like very biased, but definitely when League of Legends came out, it was just something that me and my friends did if we weren't gonna play poker or if we weren't going to go see a movie. We'd just be like, "Hey, you want to play League of Legends?" You just did, sitting in a Skype call.
Yeah.
I can see that actually. Yeah.
That's fair.
Damn, League of Legends. All right.
Mikey, you have a all-time great, all-time most influential
Honestly,
game.
I really like the GTA answer because I'm thinking about every GTA game that I played from Vice City, San Andreas, 4 or 5. You can think of something in each of those games that when you first experienced it, you were like, "What the fuck?" Like you can do this in a video game. When I first played GTA 4 and I realized that you had like your cell phone and you could text people and they would give a response back to you that based on how you texted them. You can call people and maybe set up a time to like hang out in a video game. I was like, dude, what the hell's going on? Like this is insane. You could do this. You could do this in a game, and you can say that for every GTA game that you've played.
That's fair.
All the way back. So I mean, yeah, I think that's a fair answer. Yeah.
For me,
Yeah, go for it, Quinn.
GoldenEye
Hell yeah.
N64.
That's fair.
That's fucking right. This is the 112. Let's fucking go.
Oh my god.
I think there is
Also, music, just like music on the N64 was so fucking bomb. Holistically, GoldenEye was the GoldenEye was the game you called your GoldenEye Perfect Dark. You call your friends over. You argue about the most mundane things within the game. You're not allowed to pick up the golden gun.
I think if we're like doing like final questions to the group, and we're ending on a much more positive note than I feel like a lot of the conversation has been tonight on how shit we are as a gaming community in general.
Hey.
I think like for me, it's like what is the one moment in your mind, the standout moment of like, oh, this is why games are art.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have
100%. I can answer that right now.
yeah.
So my all-time favorite game is Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater. And my first time playing that as a kid, oh, I was like 12, 13, whatever. Getting to the end of the game and understanding like the twist in the plot that they created to kind of wrap that story up. As a 13-year-old, I was like, this is beautiful. And anybody who knows me at that time knows that I pretty much just want to play games where I can shoot people and like torture people and shit like that. That's all I really cared about. I didn't really care about story driven things. But when I getting through Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater made me want to it made me want to get into campaign games more often. It made me want to play Red Dead Redemption and the other the other GTA games and not just play it for the sake of like I stopped skipping cutscenes because of Metal Gear Solid. I used to and we all have the gamers who are just like cutscene skip, 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 skip. As a kid, I was like, okay, I want to watch the cutscene. I want to understand what's happening. I want to get a feel for the story. And the only reason why I think that way is because of Metal Gear Solid.
Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, for sure. Every character in there, every person, the way that your brain just like starts turning, try to figure out what's going on, being able to talk to Malin, Talon, the fucking cuckoos jumping back and forth through time. What does it mean? You seen Ganondorf at the very beginning. you get all these little hints on like how the world works, centralized on this one kingdom, and then watching it all fall apart, not to be fixed, mind you. The ending is not a happy ending. The ending is, we are so sorry we stole your childhood, to even the playing field. We're gonna try to redo it, but it's like very quickly revealed that he remembers everything, even as a child, all the trauma that came after he's quote unquote an adult, a 16-year-old.
I have to go through puberty twice. Fuck.
He didn't actually go to puberty the first time. He just slept through it.
What about you, Jay?
Honestly, 2016 Medal of Honor campaign, hands down. It was, I don't know. I can't really explain it. It was just that was probably the last time where I actually got super into a game's storyline, and how it played out. And it was like the way they did that campaign was just perfection in my eyes, emotionally and just kind of vividly as well, which is probably why I am so critical on game stories nowadays, especially when it comes to single player titles, which, to my defense, which a lot of people, can't really say a lot of people, but some people think that I'm just a fucking no story person, don't care about the story, just play the game. It's definitely not that. It's more of a, I guess, comparatively wise, of just not having that same investment that I had in Modern Warfare, or Medal of Honor 2016. Like, it was just defining moment, honestly.
I'm not gonna lie, that one scene where they told the soldier to like leave your comrades, and they were like, "Yeah, right," and they went to get. I was like, bro, like the camaraderie from those
Fuck
guys,
yeah,
man. Like,
dude.
dude,
Fuck yeah.
that shit was fire.
Bro,
That was a great campaign, great story.
I'm just gonna say this because I don't think anybody's really gonna go back and play that game. But the last scene where they bust in and fucking basically save the prisoner of war is just like, ties everything together, makes everything stand out, and is just, again, brought that emotional aspect to that game that I would hope got everybody invested in it. I feel like a lot of people didn't play that campaign. I feel like everybody was on that multiplayer.
And it wasn't that good.
Exactly.
It wasn't that good.
It really wasn't.
Jado, there's someone out there right now shitting on Medal of Honor because the multiplayer is shit.
Oh yeah, probably.
Someone out there right now.
Yes.
They never
100%.
played it, because why would you play a campaign in a shooter game?
Why would you ever?
It's again, it's
Black Ops 2.
I really wish I could
Ever.
see more. And again, it's probably because I just haven't played some of these newer story driven games, but I'd just like to see an actual.
You play
I want to
Titanfall
get it.
2?
I want to
The
get
Last of
invested.
Us?
Oh well, of course, The Last of Us. I played Titanfall 2. Yeah, I got in. Well, the thing about Titanfall 2 is I didn't play it all the way through. I played like half of it, and then maybe like 3-4 months later played the other half of it. So it's not like I played the story all the way.
Bro, no! You the second half. Oh, dude, that's the part that makes you cry. You fucked it, dude.
Oh no, I mean I played it.
But I
I was just like it just didn't. I don't know why. I just took a whole big break halfway through, and Didn't play the second half until a while after.
Honestly,
Mm.
IRL, the work life is so draining that it's really hard to sit down and play like the long story driven games. I just want to be a shitter in League and rage at my teammates.
See, that takes
think
more
you-
energy for me. It's like, but I don't know. I
When you
think for
only
me,
have like 20 minutes, to play games
Yeah.
before you need to go to bed. That's kind of
I think for
Right.
me, like the moment that changed, like games are more than just a game. Walking Dead season 1, The Death of Lee Everett,
Oh snap!
is the
feel
first
that.
time. I have only ever cried at a game, I think 4 times, and that was the first. And I lost it because I actually felt fucking awful emotionally about code and voice acting.
I was I didn't get to play that one actually.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro.
I
told you,
actually
I didn't
didn't play a
go
lot
for it.
of I actually didn't play a lot of the Telltale games.
I'm so behind on my game list. I have 10 minutes in Saints Row the Third, so that says anything.
But yeah. So I'm not gonna bring up the second point. Well, I'll bring it up, but we don't have time to talk about it for sure. But I also promised a little bit of a multiverse sneak peek for those of you guys in chat. We are going to be doing a collaboration with Nitrate Nights coming up here on September 7th. Going to be pretty substantially bigger prize pool. Hopefully top 3. And we'll have more details on that within the next week. I should be able to start creating the page, get all the registrations in. But that's going to be huge. We're going to have them streaming on their end. We're going to be streaming on our end. We'll have a bunch of VODs. Again, possibly a top 3 payout. So that it's going to be hype. I'm excited for it. Can't wait to see. Also going to be talking with a few of the boys from Frost Esports and a couple other tournament series that I've been seeing pop up too. And hopefully we can just get you going. It's going to be great.
Let's do it.
Can't wait for this, man. It's gonna be so much fun.
We should have started with
Seriously.
I wanted it to be a little surprise at the end. We do have some things in the works. It's going to get good. Hopefully soon on top of that, we'll be able to start branching out into different gaming titles as well. I do want to run a bunch of different tournaments, but budget wise, we'll see how it goes. And so what I'm going to leave you all with to possibly talk about next episode, or hell, we can fucking talk about it in the Discord if you want. What I was going to bring up is the line that is currently being drawn between animosity wise between Ubisoft and gamers, whereas Ubisoft is quite literally pretty much said, fuck the gamers, we're gonna make whatever games we want to an extent. And I think that ties into the whole drama around gamers complaining about all these game titles coming out too. So I want to put that in everybody's mind to where Ubisoft, being one of the standout developers right now, that's being like, we're going to make whatever the fuck we want to make, and whether you like it or not is not our problem. To where, again, all the gamers nowadays eating up all the negativity, complaining about all the fucking games. I just want to leave you guys with that little tidbit of a dynamic going on
Until
right
I see
now.
a Splinter Cell remake, I don't believe it.
yeah,
But yeah, we can talk about it later.
Of course, we'll be chilling in the Discord after this. I need to go eat, but I'm down to play some games, do whatever. But this has been episode 31. Feel free to drop your guys' links. We have our next
The links,
Multiverse tournament coming up this Friday. Details in the announcements. We'll keep on that, and also keep an eye out for the September 7th collaboration. It's going to be sick. I swear.
Let's
I
go.
I hopefully will be there.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
We hope.
Hopefully.
Or slaps.
Love you guys. Episode 31. Peace.
Bye, y'all.